Hey guys, Captain Arthur Stokes here. Today I'm going to go over how to toothpick a marlin lure and show you the purpose of toothpicking. It's just the way I was taught years ago how to marlin fish, and it just kind of stuck with me, I guess. So what I typically use is barbecue skewers. You know, they're a little bit bigger, a little heavier duty than a regular toothpick. You know, here's a regular toothpick just for size comparison. You know, just the diameter is much better, and you know, the tips. So anyway, I have one that's already a piece broken off. So what I like to do is I like to line up. It's a different rig. I rig the point down. Typically, you would point it up. For this rig and this purpose, it's going to be down. The other thing is with the leader has a natural bend to it when you get them. So I like to run these side specific, and this is where the tuning comes into play. I like going to, like, you know, in between the 11 and 10 o'clock, you know, 10:30, I guess you want to call it, right? Position, or the 2 o'clock position, depending on what side I'm going to put this lure. And then it becomes side specific. And what you're trying to achieve is get this into a little bit cleaner water. Maybe there's a trolling lane just outside of where your outriggers line up, and you're trying to get there. This is a way to get there. This will give you about in between 1 foot and 2 feet of wiggle room while you're trolling. It's not going to get you 10 feet off the side of the boat, you know. It's just enough to get you out into that little bit cleaner water, away from the center line of the boat. So we're just going to line this up. I'm going to toothpick this. It's just easy. I'm going to line this up on the 10 o'clock position here. Pull the skirt back a little bit, and the toothpick. Just jam the toothpick in there. And, you know, on the boats, while you're doing it, you can use your crimper, you know, the little slide lock, that little space right there. It's perfect for these. It doesn't slide around. You won't stab yourself. You just lock that into place. Okay. And you just measure it up a little bit. So you want to look to make sure that you're in your 10 o'clock position, which I'm pretty close to 10 o'clock, more like 11. And then my hook is actually going to be offset as well. So it's just offset just a little bit. This is what this is going to do, is it's going to act like a keel, or a rudder, like a boat. So this is going to stick in the water as if it were sticking up. It's in the air. It's going to be in the bubble trail of the lure, so it doesn't have any effect where the lure is. So meanings that this is going to be down. It's going to act like a rudder, and it's going to help us get the lure to come off to the side. Now, to stiff rig it, pull the skirt back and take a rubber band. We're just going to loop the rubber band over the toothpick or the skewer, and we're just going to wrap it up tight. Okay. And just make sure you support the toothpick as you're doing it. You know, you're going to be putting some pressure on this, so you just wrap it around the what do you call it? The crimp a little bit, and then around the cable, and then take the loop and just loop it over the end of the skewer. Okay, so you're just going to loop it back over on the end. This is not pretty looking at all. You're not going to win any beauty contests and rigging contests with this, but it gets the job done. You may have to retune it. I got to retune this a little bit. So just got to do a little more. Okay, and then I'll reset it again. Okay, and that's our stiff rig. Okay, and you can see it's over a little bit too far. But anyway, so this is how it's rigged. This is how what do you call it? Toothpicking. So anyway, here's a toothpick rig. It's all set, ready to go. And like I said, I like using the tip down on this rig because it acts like a rudder and it gets this lure to come over a little bit further. So you can see that it's gonna pull off to one side. So you can do this at 10 o'clock or 2 o'clock, depending on what side you want this lure to be on. So that's it. Any questions, you can leave a comment, or you can find me on Instagram, and you can comment it there as well.